Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to get to Rock Bridge at Hanauma Bay. This is a relatively easy hike, despite the need to climb one big ass mountain on your way back. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. It was a beautiful day in the magnificent city of Hawaii Kai. The conditions were perfect for hiking. Unfortunately, Hanauma Bay was closed the day I went, so I had to park on a side street and walk from there to the trail. From Kalaniala Ohe Highway, I accessed the trail by going behind this barrier. Now before I go on, I need to tell you that this hike requires you to trespass. However, although it is trespassing, you will have plenty of company on this trail. This area is a popular spot for locals looking to get some exercise. But, as a disclaimer,
the Planet Traveler does not condone trespassing. Trespassing is against the law.
Once on the trail, you will have an amazing view of Hanauma Bay. From there, you will generally head to the right side of the bay. The Rock Bridge is located over here. To get to the bridge, take the trail to the top of the mountain until you reach the first cell phone tower. Once there, you should see a dirt area which leads to a trail. Follow it down the mountain. If you stay on this trail, you will find the Rock Bridge without any problem. But if you're anything like me, you will try to blaze your own path. For me, that ended up being a big waste of time. For some asinine reason, I decided to cut across the shrubbery on the left side of your screen. As it turned out, getting across was not as easy as it looked. For one thing, I ran into a few inhospitable obstacles along the way, but that still wasn't a good enough sign for me to turn back. I kept on going. I continued my quest across the area. Along the way, I encountered some really cool looking dead trees. I stopped for a bit to admire the view. It was about at this point that I realized that I was wasting my precious time and decided to backtrack to the main trail. Back on the main path, I made my way to the Rock Bridge. Here you can clearly see how well beaten the path is to the Rock Bridge. I was almost there. I just needed to follow the trail to the edge of the cliff. I took a moment to look back at where I started. It seemed so far, and I tried not to think about the fact that I had to hike back. Once you get to what looks like the edge of the cliff, you'll realize how close you are. On the horizon, all you can see is a sea of blue. Not exactly sure. I looked for the best way to get down to the sea. I walked alongside the edge. Eventually, I found an area that had a relatively gradual descent and I made my way down from there. Once you get to this point of the trail, you can see your destination. You should head in that direction. This part of the trail has some really interesting landscape. It's amazing how the wind and sea has sculpted the area. With the rock bridge in my sights, I began to assess the situation with the sea. Gauging how rough the sea was would determine if I would be able to get a selfie on the rock bridge. The last thing I wanted was a rogue wave to sweep me off to sea. Those that came before hammered some blocks into the ground for better traction. I imagine that this area can be rather slick when wet. The seas were a bit too rough for my liking. That meant that I would not be standing on the rock bridge today. The waves were slamming the area. I did, however, attempt to get as close as I could to the rock bridge without getting swept out to sea. The views were pretty cool. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is essentially how you get to the rock bridge. I hope this video helped you in terms of navigating to the bridge. If you have any questions about getting there, feel free to leave me an email on my website. Stay awesome.